Handyman Studios back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to kind of speed run this a little bit because I guess my friends are in a rush to go to see a show. So we're supposed to do this 2 o'clock thing at 2 o'clock, but we could change the show. You could change the show to 3 o'clock, the planetarium, but it's on the other side of the campus that I'm on. So today we are on the automobile birth of the history of America. This is a cool place though to see. So today we're going to start in a little bit of an area though of the little bit of the modern kind of thing when society was actually growing, as America was growing back in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, the turn of the century. So a lot of things that you guys have today wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these people. This is an old lawnmower from the 1950s. You used to have to push it behind it, and that's how you mowed your lawn. Probably never seen that though before. And then the little tools that you used to use to fix things. Pretty cool, huh? Old bicycles. A lot of old soders. They used to have the country club, the yacht club, a little bit of everything. Ginger ale. One of my favorite drinks though right there. I love ginger ale with the Canada Dry. Now leave me a comment down there. Tell me what you like. What's your favorite drink though? Mine is Canada Dry, so all the way. I'm not Canadian or nothing. I love the Canada Dry taste. So good. So this is it back here. There's a lot of different things to see back here. You got a cool thing though back over here. A lot of old stoves and stuff like that. Let's go take a look at it. Which is pretty cool. This is the dictionary. Probably one of the biggest dictionaries that you'd ever probably see. Look at that, huh? It's pretty big. So, 80 years of history of Springfield, Mass, 1927. Oh, these are all the handcuffs, how they changed over the years. So you guys see? That was from 1926, 1951, and the 1970s. They've changed. Handcuffs have changed to actually make, better lives, a difference in people's lives. But also to make sure that when you're under arrest, see, the handcuffs, Peerless Handcuffs Company, 1912, 1914, all the way to 2014. So if you ever don't want to see handcuffs on your hands or a new bracelet, don't ever do anything this bad. Don't break the law. Those are called shackles right there. Okay, as we leave that section of the museum, we come on to the fire department side. This is more of the fire department side. We're going to get to the cars in a minute, though. We wanted to show you all this. Springfield, $14 million. Imagine having $14 million. What would you do with all that money? What? I want to know what to do with all that money. I think I'd go spend it on a house or go buy some stuff, go buy some stocks. Oops. This is 1907. Oh, fire hose. City of Homes. This is it though. So basically this is an old fire station. This is an old fire cart right here. What they would have is something different though. The main thing was over here. They'd have a pump and they'd pump this. I guess it's inside this wooden chassis. Used to be water inside here. But I'll have some more history on this though for you. I'll have some more stuff on it for you. And the horses that used to sit right here. So picture two horses, and they'd bring, and they would sit like somewhere, I think it's right somewhere over here. Pretty cool. Springfield, Mass. The firefighters in Springfield, Mass. Okay, so we have a little bit more police gear though too, which is really cool. This is for riots. This is if they're they're shooting out the police that actually use these for the motorcycles. See, there's always a bullet hole in one of them. Armored car, 1920s. This is from the 1920s and 1929s, NYPD. And this is the guns that they used to carry. Handcuffs. And they used to carry nightsticks. So, the nightsticks was actually carried back in, I believe, the last person to carry a baton or anything was like back in the early 90s. Don't quote me on it though, but I think it was in the 90s though they used to carry these batons. Because they don't carry batons no more. They actually carry the ones that actually go. They still carry them, but they're not as scary. They're not made of wood anymore. They're actually batons though, but they actually folded up, and they're almost like a stick that I'm carrying though right now, and that's how they do it. See the handcuffs though back from now? The eras. It's pretty cool. Those ones are from like the 19th century right there. One's down at bottom right there. Those handcuffs at the, let me see. They actually used them in Providence, Rhode Island, those handcuffs though too. I'll show the handcuffs. But this is their little police bikes. A century of police bikes and motorcycles. This is one of them right here. That thing only used to do 100 miles per hour. Look at that. Imagine seeing something on this though. Now, they probably had all the equipment right back here. They probably opened that door and probably just opened it, and then they had all that stuff in the back. Pretty cool. Now the other ones, there was Harley Davidson. They had got smaller than this though. This one's a bigger one, but look at this. This is a Harley Davidson right here. So the engine of it. And that's the pistons and everything. All that. Look at that. See that? Car 1972. Pretty cool. So this car served in 1972 through the 1990s. If you guys want to take a minute to pause that, you can. Okay, so as we go on, we're going to see the cars now. These are the cars from 1928, 1930s, 1935s, 1928s. There was actually a Rolls Royce in here though, from the early century I wanted to see. It's pretty cool. I love my cars. This is from a 1928. Now, I don't know if this reminds you of anything. Tell me in the comment section. But this reminds me of a gangster car. I don't know why it does. Well, back in those days, now if you see them on the side of them, you can open them. There will be suicide doors. The reason why they're called suicide doors were to open up, because you can open them in a way where there's suicide. So this door used to open just modernly tradition. Now, you know how modern tradition cars open like this. They kind of go, but these are different. That's another kind of Ford. That's a Ford though car. And it actually had a rumble seat in the back though too. I love this car right here. One of my favorite cars. Okay. This is a Rolls Royce. This is a Silver Ghost one, Rolls Royce, 1925. Check out that. Look at that, Rolls Royce, huh? You don't see cars like this too much at all. And that's the Rolls Royce. Now, if you look at the Rolls Royce, now it's all fancy and whatnot. You know? Motorcycle car. This is a 1919. You want to take a minute to pause that, you can. And then to the other side of me, it shows you. There it is. Rolls Royce Silver Ghost Car, 1925. Very nice car. The Buckham. Got a lot of Mayfair. Got a lot of weird cars. I don't know how to say them. Subaru. I think it's called a Subaru. I'm not too good at pronouncing these car names. They're weird. These are British car names, though, too. And the Pall Mall. Interesting, but these cars makers were 1919 British automakers. Rolls Royce saw the establishment of planets to manufacturing automobiles. U.S. Springfield, Massachusetts. The factory was opened in 1920. Rolls Royce factory. Over the history, the company made 2,944 vehicles were produced. So, do I need to say more? That's a Rolls Royce right there from 1925. Beautiful car. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's got the rumble seats in the back. Whew. Gotta have some money for that.
And by the members of WGBY 57.
If you guys want to take a minute to pause this. Hey, come over here.
Yeah, we saw them all already.
A Rolls Royce, 1925 with the rumble seats in the back.
I know that. Your mom likes, this is your mom's favorite.
That's my favorite. It looks like a gangster car. That's got the suicide doors in it. Suicide doors.
This is classy.
It is classy.
Very classy.
I love this car so much. It reminds me of the Quelle de Ville car. The Quelle de Ville at the front of the car. I don't know if you guys ever seen the 101 Dalmatians, but Quelle de Ville actually has a car just like this on the cartoon.
Yep.
Quelle de Ville. Who else? All right. So as we come over here now we see the green one. Now, this one is another Rolls Royce. This is from 1928, guys. You guys could take a minute to read that. Pause the video if you want. So this is another Rolls Royce. Look at that. Can't get any better than that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I just wanted to show you guys the history of the car. I can't pass this line because obviously there is a rope here. So if you guys do come see the cars, I love the cars. I'm a car man. Look at it, the Rolls Royce. Mr. Alan Shift. I don't know if you guys can see that though, but I'll try to take a picture of that. I gotta go. I'll be right back.